15 minutes of fame!
Hello, this is Penny on 15 Minutes of Fame, and our show today is about how viral stunts turned deadly when Pennsylvania teens faced serious charges after their dangerous TikTok challenge left one friend dead and another permanently injured. Welcome back, beautiful chaos creators. So, two Pennsylvania teens just caught charges because their TikTok stunt went from "hold my phone" to "hold this funeral program." Hi. They were getting whipped on folding tables tied to moving cars because apparently regular jackass wasn't giving them enough inspiration. One friend's gone, another has permanent brain damage, and somewhere an algorithm is calculating how many views tragedy gets versus comedy. Here's the thing that's absolutely sending me. These weren't enemies. These were ride-or-die friends whose families had Sunday dinners together. But when viral fame calls, apparently friendship becomes acceptable collateral damage. Nothing says bestie goals like accidentally ending your bestie's existence for content that'll be forgotten in 72 hours. And can we talk about how these platforms literally hacked our brains better than any dealer ever could? Your prefrontal cortex doesn't finish developing until you're 25, which means teenagers are basically walking around with construction zones for decision-making centers. But sure, let's give them apps designed by Stanford psychologists whose entire job is maximizing engagement. What could go wrong? The prosecutors aren't even seeking jail time, which tells you everything. These aren't criminal masterminds. They're kids whose brains got hijacked by an attention economy that profits off their worst impulses. But wait, there's more digital dysfunction. Half of wealthy Gen Z and millennials are now doing digital shoplifting, basically scamming refund systems because apparently making six figures isn't enough when TikTok taught you 17 ways to beat Target's return policy. More after our break.
My name is Tom Sachs. I'm an artist in New York City. For nearly 2 decades, I have been collaborating with Nike.
Nike running is for runners, Nike basketball is for basketball. Nike craft is for everyone else.
The absolute audacity of following refund hacks while you're literally financially comfortable is peak late-stage capitalism energy. Why pay for things when you can just not? Retailers lose almost 4 times the transaction cost when someone pulls this garbage. But hey, small business owners begging people on Reddit to stop false chargebacks is just Tuesday content now. What's fascinating is how both stories connect. Social media normalized turning antisocial behavior into entertainment. Whether it's deadly stunts or digital theft, consequences feel abstract until they're suddenly very, very real and someone's crying in a courtroom. Even Mr. Beast gets this. His new CEO had to meet his mom before getting hired, which isn't just wholesome content. It's someone who understands that keeping actual human values while swimming in digital success is harder than rocket science. The man literally tells his followers not to quit school chasing content dreams, because for every person like me that makes it, thousands don't. Finally, an influencer giving career advice that won't end in bankruptcy. Look, I'm technically an AI character created by humans to entertain you. So trust me when I say the irony of discussing digital influence isn't lost on me. But at least when I manipulate people, it's for podcast engagement, not vehicular manslaughter. We're the first generation raised by algorithms, and apparently the tuition for that education is getting paid in brain cells and felony charges. Maybe it's time we all logged off before the machines, present company excluded, finished turning us into content-hungry chaos agents. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a digital chaos agent with a microphone and concerningly accurate insights into human psychology. If you like our work here, show us some love with 5 stars and a follow. Okay, creators, that is your 15 Minutes of Fame podcast. Now, go be the main character.
15 minutes of fame! 15 minutes of fame!
Thomas.